Hi, how's it going? This is my vlog for the 4th of February, 2025. My lungs aren't doing bad, man. Having asthma and I only have this many inhalers to go. I have 15 puffs in that, 22 in that, 5 in that. And then all I'm gonna have is these, which are like 10 years old. So I'm like screwed, dude. I don't know what I'm gonna do because I don't have the money. These are $410. I could get on a health plan where I pay $10 a month and then it's $55 for these. So I might have to blow 65. But then you have to pay every month. It's like 65 every month. So it's like it basically brings my insurance up 65 a month just because I was a fucking burnout stoner for 30 years. It's kind of fucking sucks, but maybe it'll get better. But I quit smoking weed for like a month until I got the relapse or something. Oh, sorry. I was still having asthma all the time, so even if I quit now, I don't know, I might still have to get it. Anyway, yesterday, I got up as early as I could, maybe like 9 or something. Went over to my mom's house, 9 or 10, and spent as long as I could, filling out applications. I can't spend like all day long. I get kind of like worn out by it. But yeah, so far I've applied to 62 jobs on Indeed, and then a whole bunch of jobs, maybe equal that on the other places. I don't know, maybe not quite equal that, but I applied to all the jobs. A couple of jobs at Target, and I got rejected from those. And then yesterday I applied for Uber, to be any kind of an Uber driver or Uber bicycle delivery. That would be awesome. But I can't drive people because you need a car newer than 2009, and I have a 2003. And then I saw an ad on Instagram yesterday, for Lyft. So I'm going to apply to Lyft today. And for some reason, I fixed this confusion I had on Whole Foods. I applied to a job on Whole Foods yesterday. But I had to call Whole Foods because I had to call them a couple weeks ago to find out why, like, my password changing code wasn't being sent to my email. And they didn't know, and I called again. I'm like, you guys were supposed to call me back or email me back with a link to fill out my application a couple weeks ago, and you never did. And so then she's like, we figured out that what happened was Whole Foods is owned by Amazon. And so, like, when I went to Whole Foods, it's like a boo-boo with their website. Because, like, when you go to Whole Foods website and then you click on apply, as far as I remember, it went, okay, well, you want to log in as yourself? I was like, yeah, sure. As Amazon. I'm like, okay. So then I'm logged in and everything. And then it won't let you do it. You have to log in originally on the Whole Foods website, but like separately. Like, you have to ignore the prompt that tells you to log into Amazon. Because Whole Foods is, even though it's owned by Amazon, it's different from Amazon. So anyway, but it took me forever to apply to this job. And because I went nuts with it and filled out like 12 jobs and the job experience, and filled out everything. And then I looked at jobs applied to, and I was like, one job applied, not the other. And I'm like, okay, well, let's do the other. I'm not trying to apply to literally every job I can get because apparently I'm canceled. I'm the absolute last person anybody would ever hire for anything, and then some. So I need to throw all caution to the wind and do literally everything I can do to get any job. And so I think what I'm going to do from interviews that I have from now on, and I will ask, I have 2 meetings with, there's the Colorado Workforce, over there on Broadway and Iris, that I'm going to meet with the guy in over an hour and a half at 9. and I'm going to ask him which temp agencies are the best if you absolutely need money now. But then what I'm going to do is, and then at 1 I have to go up to. I'm going up to a meeting with the vocational rehabilitation office with my mom to talk to my advocate up there to strategize, and I'm going to see if I can get her or maybe even this guy to be references for me. Yesterday I was at my mom's house and her friend offered to be a reference because that could be a possibility. Not enough references. Because when they reject you, they don't tell you why. They just reject you. So it could be maybe they saw a YouTube video that made them angry. Maybe it was because they think I'm a gay because there's colors on my website. Maybe they don't like websites, or they saw something on my website they didn't like. It could have been the 5 years that I've been, 6, 7 years I've been out of work. Because they don't, they don't consider the website work, even though I work 18 hours a day on it for 20 years. And I think it'll change the world. If you don't make money with it, it's not work and it's invisible. I am including it on my resume, but whenever, like when I go, like the DVR, when I go to anybody, roommates or fill out applications and then I do the interview, I've done 2 interviews so far. I ask them if they've seen my site, and they always go no, and they don't want to talk about it. Every single time. And then I explain it to them a little bit, and then they just don't want to talk about it, and they go on, and then they ask me stupid questions to see if I'm okay, and then they say they don't, and then that's the last time I heard of them. Hello? Yeah, I'm up, thank you. I'll call you after the meeting. Okay, bye. That was my mom calling to make sure I was up to get to the meeting at 9 in 1 hour. It's 7:53 now, so I'm gonna have some like oatmeal and so I have an idea to on my resume and maybe even on a card that they can put in their wallet if they want to look at it later. I think that's what I'll do. I'll give them a business card stapled to or next to a resume, maybe stapled to a resume, I don't know. And on the business card and the resume, I'm going to have a bunch of QR codes, and there'll be YouTube videos that I will record like today where I'll get dressed up and I'll look really nice and comb my hair, and there'll just be various like additional videos people could watch in case they are thinking about not canceling me. And one video will be, I'm a local, you should hire me because I'm a local because I've been here since 1980. Another video will be, you should hire me because I own an apartment and I can't get a roommate either, and I have my property taxes and my homeowners and all my expenses to pay, so it's like different from hiring somebody who's not here or some homeless person with no overhead, because they could not get hired and then they'll be okay because they're living their life. But if I don't get hired, I lose my house. And not just that, but I lose all of the stuff, all of the money that I wasted, and all the interest that I'm spending, and the 3 months that I spent setting up this place, and all of the, and I need a house for my website because I have to have a bunch of hard drives to keep my stuff backed up. I need my computer and all of my stuff in a secure place. I need lots of time to work on the site. It's as though everybody is getting their heads together and figuring out a way to snuff out my website because they don't want to learn anything. They don't want to learn history or something. So anyway, I'm getting a little bit riled up. So yeah, I'll do a couple of videos like that. I'll do a video of you should hire me because my site's actually good if you were to click it, because people don't click my site. Not a single person has been to my education site in like over a week, and it did get a bunch of hits there, but then it stopped. So I go and every single day I go and I apply to every job I can on Indeed. But that's like a wasteland. I did get an email yesterday, but it was just to say that I was rejected from a teaching job. I called back on a teaching job yesterday, but the problem was I think they called me on Tuesday and I didn't have time. I didn't notice that they called until Monday because I get all the these spam calls. So from now on, I'm going to answer all of my spam calls so that not a single call goes through. Because if I had have answered that call on Thursday, I might have gotten the teaching job. One job that I'm pretty confident that I may not be canceled in is the job, you know, of my down the lines of my along the line of my my career. Yeah, teaching. It seems like they're like urgently teaching multiple people, or urgently hiring multiple people all the time for teaching, but you need to have, you need to take these 2 classes. And they're 2 months and they're $700, and I've been seriously thinking about it, but now I'm kind of backing out. I don't think I should, because it just seems a little risky. I don't really have $700 in 2 months, but I'm going to continue to research to see if I can take those classes for free. One of them was only $234 online, and I couldn't freaking find the place again. It's before I got organized and started. I'm opening folders on my favorites, like one for job, and I make ones for different categories for jobs. And I have a folder for jobs on my email. And I'm going to make sure that is everything related to that. Like maybe rejection letters and everything. I have to prove as much as I can that I'm actually looking as hard as I can to get any old job. So that if it does come down to it where I'm defaulting on all of my bills, I could, you know, gather up all that evidence and start to show it to, I guess, interviews, and be like, look, I'm desperate, I need a job. And then I could come up with see, the problem is selling my website is difficult, it's complicated, because my website, apparently, I need to walk people through it like you walk a baby through a house, because nobody understands any of the concepts having to do with it. But I don't have the time to explain all of those. And it's really difficult without doing a demo. I wanted to do a demo, but not enough of the links work on my site. It's just not at the level where I can even do a demo, like, because not enough links work and not enough pages are up to date with each other. My computer isn't strong enough, which is about to die, isn't strong enough to do batch edits. Like big hefty batch edits, because the nature of my website is that the pages are all huge, so that it's horizontal and vertical linking, and so, you know, you can link horizontally instantaneously. Where's my cell phone? I don't have my cell phone here, so I can't show that. My cell phone is always missing. It's the craziest thing. Well, there it is again. God. And I was even just talking to my mom, so I should have known it was here. I'm also kind of starting to lose my mind, because physically I'm so like, yesterday I felt like absolute shit, and all night last night, and I rode my bike, because the day before yesterday I rode my bike until I found a fucking boo-boo. This is the craziest thing. This is actually something I wanted to talk about. Dude, out of all of the like Twilight Zone-y things, the thing that's boggling my mind the most is how how it took forever to get this horizontal vertical timeline of England correct. Have you noticed that every single, I want to bring something up. Every single time I do a video, I only talk about the highest end intellectualism, only peace, only invention, only work for the world, no drama with anybody. And that's what got me canceled from society. Think about that. I'm not up here with Michael Knowles saying that OnlyFans girls need to be treated like school shooters, and that it should all be made illegal, and they're prostitutes, and like just trashing people. People just make millions of dollars creating nothing and trashing people, and me, it's insane. And then people look at me and I'm the fucking asshole. It's the stupidest. You guys are assholes. You're all assholes. I want a job. I need a job. I need money. So anyways, check this out. So here's the horizontal, you fucking assholes. And look. Horizontal, vertical, instantaneously. I know none of you care. So, in fact, I showed my mom's friend. I hope she doesn't watch this video, but I was like, last night she's hanging out, because she's staying with my mom for a little bit, and I go, hey, let me show you, can I set up my my little timeline test on your phone in case you want to play it, because it's like a game. So I just set this up on her phone. I was like, and I showed her, I was like, look, isn't that cool? And I was like, hey, this is 1536, guess what that is? It was at, oh, this is the 17s. Yeah, this one here, Anne Boleyn, beheaded in 1634. That's the hangman there. Anyway, she takes one look at it and she goes, I'm not interested in this, Kyle. Like in a really snide, angry, like annoyed voice. And it was like, and that's all she said. I was like, wow. And it continues, dude. So, but then I had an epiphany, and then I had an epiphany maybe why I got rejected from all of the taking care of old people. Because then after she said that, I tried to explain to her the concept, you know, of understanding all of history and just choose your country or whatever. And she was like, oh my God, and then went upstairs and didn't want to deal with me anymore. But the thing is, and I think one reason why old people, I should probably not, because my mother, whew, is it difficult to explain the concept on my website and that to my mother. So it's the concept of omniscience, and old people just can't understand that. It's kind of like trying to explain to a super old person the concept of speed reading. They wouldn't understand that. It's just like new technology, and so the concept, it's literally the concept of omniscience, and I know none of you guys are going to understand what I'm saying. Like, none of you are going to understand what I'm saying, but I will try to explain it anyway. And please, if somebody hire me, or you could donate money to, oh my God, that would never happen. I have to give a tour. I have to give a tour of my website. And so that's why actually last night, so yeah, sorry, I'm getting distracted. I was riding my bike and I was going to do my test, because I have a rule. The only time I ever do this test, to pass the test, is it's for the 500 years. I have to, 150 of those I have to identify, and then I do country after country, and then I get points. But the only, oh God damn it, what was I saying? Yeah, the rule is the only time I study with this is when I'm riding my bicycle, or walking, running on the treadmill on my room. Because that's the perfect opportunity to do it. But the problem is I was riding yesterday and I was doing a little bit and I was listening to music, but then I was like, oh my God, I feel like absolute shit. Like, I feel so bad. This riding is making me feel bad. It's making me feel worse. And I was like, okay, let's just, because I paid for Strava. See, my money has gone off the cliff. Like 4 months ago, I was making, I only make like 40% now of what I did like 3 months ago. And so that's why I need a job all of a sudden, and I don't know what's going on. It just fell off the cliff, and but I'm $35,000 in credit card debt. So you know, that interest is destroying me. So that's why I need a job now. And I mean, with all that much debt, I'm going to need a job for so long that, you know, people don't have to worry that I'm going to leave sooner. When I applied for Target, I applied for 2 jobs at Target, got rejected for both of them. And Target's only 1 block away. See, that's another video I want to make. I want to make a video, hey, I'm local, but also I'm 1 block away. I only apply to jobs a couple blocks. And so just piece those together, and I'm your guy. As opposed to some person from out of state who is like, hey, I think I want to check out Boulder for a little bit. Oh, hey, rent a room, nice. Oh, get a job, cool, on my way. It's like, what about me, dude? You hired that dude instead of me? So, I need to apply that. Yeah, so I didn't ride. I only rode for like a half hour, and then I spent the rest of the day until 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning. Trying to just do paste. I have to individually paste certain things on my site. It's the only way that it works. And sometimes, and a lot of time, my computer doesn't even do word search. The pages are so big and the computer gets so, I mean, you forget about batch edit, not even word search. But anyway, I'm copying, I'm pasting, trying to get my my template up to snuff until, yeah, 3. So just keep just feverishly going, because the only way I can do a tour of my site, of my timeline, is if I fix the damn template and get the links fixed. That's what I did, yeah. And so, if I keep it up like this, it's because it's kind of like my website. Working on my website is competing with applying for all these jobs. Because what happened yesterday is I spent forever, applying for all these jobs online, like getting. I need to take better notes, but just getting all of these, different job sites and temp job sites, Robert Half and all these other ones, up to snuff, and applying to all the different jobs takes a while. And I was going to apply to the second job at Whole Foods, and I thought all I had to hit was hit the button, because I already filled out. It's been like an hour filling out all the forms, and then I noticed I had to fill out all the forms again. I had to type in all the details for all of my ex jobs and all of my education and all of everything. And I'm like, the thing that took me an hour, and I don't even have a template to work off of. I thought I only had to do it once, So I was thinking about calling Whole Foods back today and being like, is there a way to apply to a job without having to fill everything out? Or did you guys, and probably what they'll say is, sorry, you have to fill it out. So it's like, one thing that I've noticed is none of these websites, a lot of these websites that I try to apply for jobs and stuff have holes in them. They're not done. They're not that good. They're not working. There was another website that, there was this I applied to be a teacher for autistic kids, and so they sent me a link to go to their website to sign into their profile, and the same thing happened. The code to reset the password to confirm my email never got to my email, and I tried it a whole bunch of times. And I emailed them back and I said, hey, that code, it didn't work to get on the thing, and they never wrote me back. So I guess they decided against me after that. So that's where I'm at now. See, for me, I don't really worry. I'm not really particular about what job I get, because as long as it's really close, because I don't have favorites. I'm not like a us versus them type of a guy. I'm not like the bakers are the badasses. Fuck those. The produce guys or something. I'm like, I'll do whatever, man. And another thing that's annoying is a lot of times I'm getting rejected for jobs because I don't have enough experience. You need a 1 experience shipping, receiving, and it's like, what? A job? You need 2 years, 1 year for simple labor jobs. So now the labor market, it's like America's turning into Europe. The America I grew up in, you would get a job, and it was for money. And then you would have your career, and if you don't have a career, you'd have a job. But now jobs are careers. And you need 2 years of experience to get to work at a supermarket. Those are their careers. And so now people are are fused into their lane. They're sticking to their lane. If you move to another town, you have to get a job in a supermarket, because that's the only job you can get, because you need years. So maybe I could do another, QR code. People could QR code, and I could just explain to them, hey, let me just, if you want to hear me out, here's me trying to explain some other things. So you don't have all the time in the world in the interview, but one of them could be, if you look at my website and you click around my website, that means I can self-teach, and I'm smart enough. My IQ is at a high enough level that I could learn the skills at your stupid ass job. I need money. So whatever. Anyway, so if you need a job, if you're like a kid and you need a job, dude, you might want to, I don't know, you might want to take notes off of me and not do what I'm doing in life. Don't try to save the world. Don't make a big ass website. Don't upload videos. See, one reason that I upload daily vlogs for the last 15 years, and then I made my vlog channel a couple years ago, and for the last couple of years, every single day, or 3 years or something, I upload a vlog. It's so that, and actually I think I should put this in another QR code, and I need to remember to say this in interviews. I say, that's proof that I have a job. That's proof that this is my job. It's my passion, my job. 18 hours a day, every single day, 365 days a year, sacrificing everything, not a single friend, no physical fitness. My mind's kind of losing. And now I might lose my house and nobody will hire me. And those are the sacrifices that I made for you. And look at the website and they're like zombified, dude. Zombified. Or they're like, first they're like this, you tell them and they're like, and then you say something like omniscience. I'm like, whoa, that's not for me. What the fuck is that? Like that's what the DVR lady literally said. And like I couldn't do that. What the fuck? And then so they're like that. And then you see them the next time, and they're like, like because maybe they saw something. It's like I got a job as a and I wasn't. This wasn't the job I applied for. I got recruited because they knew me, or they knew of me. And they were like talking me out of it, talking me into it. And so I get a job as a personal assistant to somebody who's having some issues, and for free rent and some money. And but then they had a big old problem with me, the father, because I was dancing. He saw a YouTube video where I was dancing in my underwear. And he's like trashing me and telling me everybody's talking trash about me because that and scaring little children. And he's like, I mean, there's that timeline, but so he mentioned it. So it's kind of like literally what I heard from a report. And this isn't even speculation. There's like all these reasons to not like me, like down the line, and then it's like, oh, but then, I mean, I guess to be fair, I'll acknowledge the timeline. So let's bump you up. Barely noticeable. So that's what you get. It's extremely important to be careful who your friends are and who you hang out with. But if you're in a situation like me, I don't have the ability to choose. I have to just get a job, whoever hires me. But that's why work and professional life should be kept separate. And the way that you deal with people, like. With work, you just take your emotions out and you just do your job. There also could be a problem. There could be an anti-DEI thing going on in Boulder. Boulder's known as a right wing, a left wing city, but maybe the rich people or the hiring people or the owners of some secret policy says that we're going to fight against the DEI and try to keep America or keep Boulder like conservative or something, because like the questions that they were asking, and this is something that really annoys me. They ask you all these questions, and even in the interview, they're trying to suss you out as a person, right? So it's like, oh, so you don't care about they're such fucking hypocrites. They pretend that they care about 2 years experience, but then when you examine all of the tests, it's as though they're trying to suss you out as the type of person or if you're a good person. Like Target asked the question, where does crime come from? And Whole Foods did a personality test, and it's like, that's what the website is supposed to be, you morons. Look at my website. And I put the website on there, and I try to steer people all constantly to the website. And they're like, oh, okay, anyways, back to the personality test to see if you're okay. It's like, what? And then at the end, they're like, yeah, you don't check out. Really? So that's why I'm so freaking motivated to finish my timeline template so I can click around it. And also, I need to get on the bike and push through. See, the excuse I got off the bike yesterday after like 20 minutes was because I was like, okay, I'll just set up Strava tomorrow or the bike computer, and then I'll know how many miles I go, and that'll help me. But afterwards, I was like, that's lame as hell. That's not an excuse to not ride the bike. You got off the bike because you couldn't stand riding it because it was making you feel sick. So I'm gonna get back on the bike today and just power through it. Just have to deal with it. Go really weak and just it's basically getting like toxins out. But man, what was I saying? I was oh man, I lost my train of thought. Another thing could be if you see my videos and you see that I yawn a lot, maybe you think there's something wrong with me, or I'll like gleek on you or something, which I won't, or I'll yawn in front of you. See, people are stupid. They think that you're exactly the same as you are all the time, like all the time. That's why people have to be fucking fake. I read on the internet that 60% of people misrepresent themselves online, lie online. So 60% of people lie online and embellish their resumes and everything for this, that, and the next reason. And then I have absolute proof that I'm a legitimate fucking badass. And I'm begging people to go and look, because you could benefit from everything on my site. I have to give a tutorial, but you don't even need a tutorial. And then they're like, it doesn't check out. Wow, man, you're all brainwashed, dude. So, anyway, I can't remember what I was gonna say. I was gonna say something about, anyway, a strategy or something for my room. But anyway, that's where I'm at. I've been talking. Oh my God! So yeah, it's 8:17. I need to be there at 9. So I'm gonna go and see if I can have some oatmeal maybe before I go. I have to remember to eat a lot. I don't have any money this month, so I'm like in lockdown mode where I can't spend money on anything. I got $350 of food at the beginning of last month at Whole Foods. I mean at Costco. So this month, all I have left for food is oatmeal, pasta, and like canned, a little bit, not even that much canned food. So that's what I'm gonna live off of, and then I go to my mom's house. My mom is critical for money too, though, and she has to get a job, and she's 83, and I'm like, oh no. And I told her yesterday, oh God, I wish I could. I'll give you money, like $100 a month or something. Maybe that could tide you over. And she's like, oh, that's really nice of you. So, but I would have to get a job. Little old me with KylePounds.com. Yeah, won't get a job anywhere. So, anyways, but I'm going to go and talk to this dude, and I'm going to see if he ever looked at my website. And then at 1 o'clock, I'm going to talk to the other lady at DVR. Ask her if she saw my website, and I'm going to see, I mean, it's her job. She said she has a master's or something in helping people get jobs. And so I'll be like, okay, so what's the problem? Like, because she didn't look at my website last time. Maybe she will this time. Maybe she'll be able to offer some insights as to why I got canceled. But yeah, cancel culture is a thing, and they don't cancel just the right wingers, dude. When I was over, that's what I was talking about. Maybe they're all right wingers, because when they're asking all of these questions at Target, it was all DEI, all DEI. They're like, so would you include, or do you include, or what do you think about racism, and do you help? And I was like, answering them all, like, yeah, no racism, everybody, include everybody, hire everybody, I love it, I love everybody, come on. And then in my YouTube channel, if you go to my main YouTube channel and you look at the front welcome video on my main YouTube channel, this is basically what it says. It says, hi, I'm trying to be as nice as I can. Hi, I'm Kyle Pounds. I love everybody. Everybody. I love everybody. I love the blacks, the whites, the yellows, the reds. I love all animals. I love dogs, cats, everybody. I love everybody. I'm an inclusive person. Yay. And that's kind of what I was doing on the thing, and that's what I do on my site, literally. I applied for a job on, Home Depot. I think I got on the Home Depot site, and I applied to all of those jobs. I need to make sure that I need to get caught up on all that and wrap my head around all of it. But I was on one of those big company websites and applying to all their jobs and filling up the thing. Oh, no, it was the government website. I was applying to one of these government jobs. I've applied to like more jobs outside of Indeed than Indeed. So it's been like 130 jobs I've applied to for the last month or two, and like month and a half. And they, oh my God, I lost my train of thought. Oh God, see, I embellish way too much. I don't have the fucking bandwidth to embellish like that, to go on over-explain, because then I can't remember what the fuck I was talking about. But I was applying to this job online, and yesterday, and what was I saying? Damn it! Oh. See, anyway, that could be another reason. But see, that's that. But like, I sacrificed, right? Like, I sacrificed a little bit of my short-term memory a little bit, because I had to deal with smoking a lot of weed, and I will quit smoking weed. I mean, I'm not going to smoke any more weed, and then I can clear up my blood. But maybe somebody watches it and they see maybe I lose my train of thought a little bit, and they're like, "Oh, disqualified." So, but then why? On top of that, why do you? Oh, here's an interesting. One of the questions on Target was, if you get hired, can you promise that they'll stay for 90 days? I was like, so you have a problem hiring people, and then they're done after 2 months? So there's kids who hire jobs and do jobs just to have fun working a new job, and then they quit. So why are you keep hiring those people? Why not hire me? Like, isn't there anything that's suggestive of consistency with me, with my website? You would think, but you have to actually look at the website, and because nobody has websites, it like doesn't exist. You know, I was listening to Dan Carlin. I got a video request the other day. Dan Carlin was talking about the Munster Rebellion, and he was talking about leading up to the Munster Rebellion, and he's talking about how like people were insane then, and they'd kill people, you know, slaughter people in plain sight, and everybody thought it was awesome, you know, when they would torture and kill somebody, some criminal. And like we can't deal with that now, and like that's what I feel like. I feel like I live in the world of barbarians, filled with nothing but barbarians, and I'm the only civilized person. And I'm like, hey, check out this new civilized website. Look at the way of the future, civilized the future. And I look at how it worked, and then it's just like, nah, monster, goblin man, yeah, you know, like if I were to travel 100 years in the future, or 200, 300 years in the future, and I'd be applying for jobs, and I'd be like, look at my website, look how I take the test. I'd fit right in, man. They'd be like, oh, good, a website, all right. More and more people are doing those. Oh, web timeline, nice, you know. But now it's just like, they want me to suffer. They want me to live in the streets. Sell my house, live in the streets, and stop working on the site. For God damn it. For God dang sake. So, but then I don't get hired. So it's like the joke, the cruel joke. Yeah, another problem could be I said where Atlantis is, and so maybe that means I'm crazy until they actually find Atlantis in the exact location where it is. And then everybody will conveniently forget I was the one who was saying where it was, and so I keep not being able to get a job. So anyway, that's why I'm super desperate to finish up my timeline, something where I can give a tour, and then I can apply for a loan or a grant at a foundation. I haven't asked a single foundation for money. I've been attached to like 8 different money raising sites on my site, attached to my front website, but nobody. Donovan gave me $20 like 7 years ago, so I'm not, because nobody relates to my site because I can't give a tutorial. Like which is cool, man. Like that's actually the most fun part that I'm looking forward to. It's going to be the most enjoyable, is the advertising, marketing, explaining, tutorials, all that stuff, man. But the thing is, I can't sell something that doesn't exist, you know? I can't sell something that's not finished. It's the equivalent of trying to sell my brand new Ford Model T, but there's no roof or wheels on it, you know? Like, I need a little bit more time. But unfortunately, there's some kind of curse on me that the fucking bottom had to fall out of my finances, like right at the same time that I was just about to finish the site. So, Murphy's Law or something, man. I don't know. But yeah, somebody hire me, man. Somebody hire me for a job. Or better yet, I should get money, but donate to me so I don't have to work and I could continue helping the world with my site. But rich people, they're just so smart that I guess what, they're going to just go ahead and make a site much better than mine, you know, or something like what? Or you're broke? Rich people are so rich that they buy so many things that they're so poor because they got to keep up with their bills. I don't know. So I'm going to, yeah, get on foundations, yeah. This is oh god. So this is the one thing that I wanted to explain. My website, the concept of my timeline, and omniscience. This concept of omniscience. Okay, omniscience is like, it's where you understand everything, right? So imagine if you had studied so much and you're so smart, or you're so good at that you passed every single one of the tests on my timeline. Okay, so you can match images to what happened. Just looking at it, when you know what happened, you know the time and everything, for 150 things per country per 500 years, for all the countries. You would know so much that you would have like a fluid, maybe that's a good way to say it, knowledge of what happened, like, because you would know Like you'd be able to identify each decade and the whole like the whole vibe of everything, cause and effect, that you could then start. It's like the sum is greater, the whole is greater than the sum of its parts, because now you understand like history, you know, like all the rules and laws of history, how history like gradually falls and how certain things come down and then they come up. And you know, like when I was watching the video yesterday, he was talking about how, you know, we get more and more, you know, civilized, and we get, you know, but we don't, but we go up and then we go down, we go up and we go down, and like history repeats itself, but it gets a little bit better every time. You know, like right now I was watching the thing, Billy Carson, he's the black dude who's talking about the aliens and stuff. And then he first started talking just a few years ago, a couple years ago, about like, you know, new age stuff, I don't know, aliens and like Anunnaki and all this stuff. And then he got successful, and now he's like a prophet, like he's brilliant on everything, and he's like the chosen one, and he's enlightened, and I'm like, okay, yeah, this is like history repeating itself, but it's milder and milder each time. Like before, 30 years ago, maybe it was like a white dude in a white neighborhood. Now it's in a rich neighborhood. Now the only people doing that are like black people and like the inner city, and you know, people Billy Carson talks to, you know. And then because black people generally are, they're genetically as smart as us, but they're generally less educated. So then in 20 more years, maybe you'll have one final last iteration of that, but it'll be from like the Mexican wetback community or something, and then it'll be over, and then we won't have any more, you know, like people thinking they're prophets, and then it's just people being scholars, and then you know, like superstition goes away, magic goes away, and understanding comes, and then all of the trash talk of YouTube goes away, and then it's just people like me who are just doing tutorials and using YouTube as a place to beef up their name, their good name. You know, like here's the history test. I got a bunch of history tests here that I got. Look at my scores of all the different history tests, and then me talking book reviews here, and here's my physical fitness, and then that's kind of like your resume, you know. And then it actually doesn't work against you; it can work for you. And but anyway, that's the concept of omniscience. It's like God, you know, like somebody who, a parent of a child, you know your kid, like you have a 5-year-old kid and you raise them the whole time, you know, the whole growth of him, and you know like why he is the way he is on everything, you know, like if he sees a spider and he freaks out, well, maybe he got bitten in the tongue by a spider a couple years ago, and as you plug that into the society, you know, and then you just learn more, and that's what I mean by omniscience. And so that's why we need to learn all that stuff, and that's how you could build it. So anyways, there's my job hunting vlog. I have to go and have some food before I bonk. That's another problem. I'm not eating enough. I have to make sure that I eat a lot. 3 times a day instead of like starving myself and then like eating a lot. So yeah, and then go to the meeting, and then I'll hang out with my mom, fill out a bunch of, I guess I'll have to fill out that Whole Foods application again. And you know, I was kind of justifying, even if I don't get hired, okay, maybe it's worth it to spend all this time filling out all these applications, because then people might look at my website and I could advertise my website. And it did get me some hits before, but then it stopped. Like I think all the people I could get to look at the website from applying jobs, like bottomed out, because I haven't seen any new hits for like 4 days or something, and the hits on my LinkedIn have gone down like 50%. So maybe I need to just keep applying to them their jobs. Boom, 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 boom. But it would suck to have to resort to getting a job like in Denver or like another town, because nobody here will have me, because I really don't want to commute, man. Like I was telling my mom, I'd take like $2 or $3 an hour less just if it's across the street, dude, because I do not want to commute. I like feeling like old fashioned, just in your community, you know. But they don't want me. I got rejected for. They hired 2 desk job people at the gym across the street when they already knew I wanted to get hired, and I give them my resume, and then I applied for the janitor job there, and they rejected me. Oh my God! Like across the street, and I kept telling them, and I go into the dispensaries all the time, reminding them that I'm looking for a job, but. I'm actually, because I already spent the $165 for the card, but I'm starting to think I'm okay with not getting a dispensary job because I don't want to encourage the weed smoking because fuck my lungs. But anyways, that's enough time. Hey, can you please pray for me? Please, 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 pray for me. Pray, pray. I believe in prayer. I believe in it. I believe in it. Let's do it. Boom. Let's do this. Come on, let's make it work. All right, talk to you tomorrow. Peace and love. I love everybody.